where does the dominatrix come in? What's the story behind that?
Yeah, so as I did mention at the beginning a little bit, so I grew up in a cult, and with that came a lot of different types of abuse that I, got to experience as a child. And then just before my 18th birthday, I left that, knowing that it was not the right fit for me. There's a longer story to this, but that's not an easy choice to make. But it was one that I absolutely had to. And from there, I ended up on a personal development journey. I really wanted to get my brain unscrambled from all of the programming that I grew up with. And, over the next 20 years, I went through lots of different therapies. I was, learning about psychotherapy. I did training in psychology, training in a lot of, energy modalities and all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a massage therapist. That's where I started my training. And I had a client come into me, and she disclosed that she was involved in the kink. And so kink is the slang word for the BDSM community, so the dominatrix world. And of course, she wanted to have that open so that we could have honest discussions. It's like, hey, there's marks here. Where did you get those from? So that I'm not assuming she's being abused. Eventually, I got involved in that community, had my own experiences, and discovered that it actually allowed me to reenact the abuse, but script a new outcome to it. And by doing that, it's like deep trance meditation, hypnosis all together in a kinesthetic experience. And it transformed me. It allowed me to actually step out of depression that I didn't even realize I'd had for the previous 30 years. And, start to really move into a place where it was like, oh, I think I kind of like myself. I was very fortunate that I found some people who were very safe to be with and who had a very healing spin on the BDSM. So, the stars kind of aligned a little bit, as well as I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
But that training of being a dominatrix has been such a gift for me in my coaching, because I'm comfortable making people uncomfortable in order for them to get what it is that they truly desire.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that, and for so many people, most people are unwilling to allow people to feel a little bit of discomfort in order to, move through. And so I can create a safe space where it's like, I got your back. Now get in there and slay that dragon, because I'm right behind you. I'm going to make sure nothing bad's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
That kind of environment. So it's really been a tremendous gift. And it sounds crazy on the outside, but when you start to look at what the dynamics really are, it makes a lot of sense for the work that I do today.